Just wait for it. Okay, so I start streaming and now he's not barking. That's great. Let's go ahead and get started with the show. Oh my goodness. Now he stops barking. All about time. All about time. There he goes. There was a barking dog in the background for a very brief moment. He was barking up a storm. Literally for about 10 minutes before I actually got started here. So I thought, yeah, you know what, let's just let the microphone go live and what the hell. And indeed, just like that, oh my goodness, he must have realized we're on. And then he stopped. It's kind of like the Michigan J. Frog effect. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Super Pack, Retro Gamer. Glad to have you here. My goodness, I tell you, today there's been some rather bad weather going around the nation. I have friends up there in the Northeast, particularly New York. There he goes. No, that's not Lala. I have some friends up there in the Northeast, and I hope they're okay, because I saw some of the video footage. My goodness, nothing but rain. Yeah, well, we had something similar to that down here. It wasn't as flash of a flood like up there in New York, but goodness, my brother was actually out in it in the one down here, where he was standing in literally about 2 feet of water. Anyway, yes, my heart goes out to them, and I know some folks up there in the Northwest even had some similar issues. It's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. Down here, I sometimes spend lunch in my car at work, and so I get in the car and it's like stifling, of course. And I crank up the engine, and there's a thermometer up there in the fin, a dorsal fin on top of my car. And lo and behold, it said for the first time, and I don't ever recall it being this hot, 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, of course, that simulates the feel-like temperature, what we call the heat index. Wow, 106 degrees Fahrenheit. I tried to take a picture of that with my phone, but my phone overheated because I left it on. Because I was like, hey, Hades. Hey, Hades rated me with a party of 6. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. How you doing, Hades?
Goody. A challenge.
A challenge.
This is going to be fun.
Oh, good. Rated with 6 viewers. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it there, Hades. What have you been playing today? We were talking about how wonderful the weather is down here in South Florida. That's where I reside. And like I said, as my car said, what was that question? What game were you playing? Well, actually, that's to you, Ben. Never mind. It was 106 degrees. I'm sleepy. Spent the whole night playing. Oh, okay. Sekiro. Excellent. Excellent. Well, tonight we're going to play a classic game for the Sega Genesis. It's one of the few role-play games that I actually had for that back in 1994, and it's called Phantasy Star IV. That Samurai Souls of Hades, says Vin. or X, then we're talking about how wonderful the weather is, like I said, down here in South Florida. So, 106 degrees. That is a record for my car my car dashboard. My goodness. And it just gets better and better. We keep breaking heat records. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We got a game in progress here. This is day number 2 for Phantasy Star IV. Appreciate the raid once again, Hades. Glad to have you here. Did you rest up a while? Love playing him. Me too. It is one of the most solid games, as far as the RPGs were concerned back in the day. Certainly one of the more expensive games too. We were talking about that in the last stream that Sega said it retailed for roughly $100, and I remember it selling for a little bit less back when I was working for a major video game retailer back in those days. And the used version I know sold for $75. So, yes, Phantasy Star III. Yeah, Phantasy Star III was a bit of a disappointment, I have to admit. Phantasy Star II was a decent game. It was like rough around the edges, but it was solid gameplay. But this game was just simply one of the most fully balanced games of them all. And ironically, it's not on Super Nintendo, and it's not done by Square, nor is it done by Enix. It's actually done in-house by Sega. So, in fact, I forget her name. The director of this game recently passed away. So I mentioned that on my Facebook page. And one day I'll actually retain names like I used to be able to back when I was younger, but now I'm now at the half-century mark, so I don't get to remember things that well anymore. It takes me about 5 to 10 years to figure it out. Never mind. Anyway, let's go back to where we were. We're playing on the PlayStation 2 Sega Genesis collection, and we have resumed our gameplay. And I see there's a bit of a blip there. Capture card. Let's just have fun here. Okay. And start off the music here so we can hear the gameplay. Now we've gone through a whole bunch of cities here. And we have progressed. We found a town that has nothing but stone people. We found a cave that has nothing but stone people. We found a town that's been destroyed. And let's see, where can we go now? Wow, one has been saved. Fantastic. Okay. As we go in here, and let's talk to this fella. This is the village of Krupp. Han. It's Han. You've come home? Yeah, Han's come home. This is Han's hometown. We get to learn a little bit about him and how useless he is with a dagger. It's good to see you home, Han. Everyone loves Han. Except me. I'm not really fond of him. This village's most successful citizen is Han, the armorer's only son. Oh my goodness. He's a professor at Motavia Academy. We're really proud of him. Yeah, Phantasy Star is older than you thought. Yeah, the original Phantasy Star game actually appeared in the late 1980s. I believe it was 1988 with the Sega Master System. In fact, the director of this game was actually one of its principal artists for the character design. I remember her name. I remember all kinds of names, but for whatever reason, her name is eluding me. But yeah, Phantasy Star goes back a bit. Now, the next Phantasy Star would be the one on the Dreamcast, so it completely bypassed the Sega Saturn. Phantasy Star Online. And that was a pretty good game. I have to admit, I enjoyed playing that with my dial-up modem, because that's what we had back in that day. Back in 1999. In 2000, my area had DSL as far as where I was living. Remember that thing? Direct Service Link? But no, I only had a dial-up modem yet to get a DSL modem for that thing. Okay, we're really proud of Han. What? Well, if it isn't Han. Yeah, it's Han. So I have 4 members in my party. And we recently just acquired one that Han's not too thrilled with. Let's see what this person has to say. Well, Tenno is north of here, but the road to Tenno is like a maze. Moreover, the entrance to Tenno is blocked by a large rock. That's what I've heard recently. Fantastic. Aren't you a source of good news? Alright. That lake there, it was created by a meteor that struck the planet. The crater filled with water long ago. Unbelievable, huh? I guess, and can't go there. It's blocked by that boulder of sorts. I guess I can go this way. So let's get some action going. So let's go get some battles going and beat up some bad guys. So we head north. And we got some armor for certain individuals. There's a cave. Let's see what this cave has. The entrance is blocked. No sweat. This should be a cinch. Everybody stand back. Here goes. And Flaley. Heck yeah. I didn't have to do a damn thing. It's got a few online games. A very one for GameCube. Yeah, that's right. And some internet aspects. So solo play was not possible, I think. No, you could play the game solo. That is not incorrect. You did not need internet for at least the Dreamcast version. And I remember playing it offline, and it was okay. Like I said, it was rather slow paced. I have to admit. It did benefit tremendously with online. And like I said, I worked in video game retail back in those days, and so my staff and I would play the game, and of course we'd get to tell our customers, how exciting or whatever you want to call it then. And it was slow-paced. Shall we go? That art he just used, I've never seen it before. The technique's different too. I'm not surprised you've never seen it before. This is what they call magic. There he goes. Yep. That's okay, Gabby. Magic? Okay, now we go into the cave. Valley Maze. Yeah. Oh, let's see what bad guys we got. Ooh, blobs. I'm not sure how blobos do things. Thank you, Ben. Well, let's do the old-fashioned stuff. However, we do have magic. In fact, he has a lot of TP. 136. Holy cow. 28 for Chaz. Alice has 43, and Han has 50. Here we go. Whack the blobs. 9. Okay. Oh, 14. Goodness, Chaz took a bit of a beating there. Okay, another beating. They don't like Chaz. That's I mean, I don't like Chaz either. He's a bit of annoying. That's good. All right, victory! Yay! 29 experience and 80 meseta. Woohoo! I'm rich. All right, so we go up. Yeah, that's a bit of a maze, all right. Ah. 3 blobos this time. Okay, Chaz. Let's see if we can survive this mountain. Getting Final Fantasy II vibes here. Rune reminds me of Minwu. Oh, wow. On to the few. Poor Chaz. Chaz is like the punch magnet of this group. Ooh, even Alice takes a beating. Well, we got some serious cash here all of a sudden. So I'm going to actually get out of here real quick. Let's just get into another encounter. Yep, right towards the exit. 10 nudes. We're going to run. Like I said, I'm going to head back to town real quickly. I want to actually check to see what armor we actually have. Okay, we got some crawlers and some sand nukes. That should be no problem. But Chaz only has 10 HP. Whoa! Critical hit there. Another critical hit. Aha. Now, we discovered, by the way, that Alice could have had 2 boomerangs. Her principal weapon to start with was a boomerang. So we put one in each hand, and the attack was just like having 1 boomerang instead of 2. So you think, like each gets 9 hit points. And you put 2 of them, you think it'd be like something like 18, or, like an average between the 2 or whatever. Like, nope. Yeah, it was an average between the 2. It was 9. So I made it a boomerang and a dagger, I think. And now it hits greater than 9. Good miss. Great miss all around, folks. It's like a bad carnival game. Okay, back in the town. There we go. Alright, get out of the way. Okay, there is the inn. I believe this is like, what, 60? Welcome, this is the inn. How about that? 60, would you care to stay? Sure will. Alright, please have a relaxing stay. And like nothing happened. Thank you very much. Please come again. Sure. Okay. Let's go to the weapons shop. Welcome, this is an armor store. Okay, we're gonna buy. Now, what do we have? Actually, before we do any of that... No. No, no, no. No, then you'll buy something else. No. 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 Shut up. No. Next 10's main characters, of course, he'll be the punching bag. Yeah. Well, punching bag is like the almost near comic relief style, I guess. Okay, so let's see what we have equipped. Alice has the leather crown. That's probably part of her problem there. She has a boomerang and a slasher and a leather cloth. Okay. Chaz has a leather helmet, a hunting knife, another hunting knife, and a carbon suit. Okay. So he can actually withstand a few attacks now because he does have that carbon suit. A little bit better than that leather loincloth, whatever the hell that thing was. Han has a leather band, a hunting knife, a leather shield, and yet another carbon suit. And then finally, Rune, the magic wielder, has a circlet, wood cane, two-handed, and a white mantle. Okay. So, having said that, we do have 1,857 Meseta. We're going to buy. Now, let's see. Chaz can have the carbon helmet. I think he only has a leather crown right now. Alice has a carbon crown. Made of carbon-based fiber. Fantastic. Circlet can be worn by Han and Rune. Well, Han already has one. Then there's the carbon suit. Can be worn by everyone but Rune. Remember, all the money goes to Alice. Yeah, that's true. And then, of course, anyone can grab a carbon shield. So there's a carbon suit. How would that... I'm going to assume that it's probably more beneficial to get that simply because of the fact that look how much it costs. So I can get 3 of those. But I don't think I need 3. I think I only need 2 because Chaz already has one. So let's go ahead and go one for Alice. Yeppers. And we're going to get one for Han. Whoever doesn't have one. How about that? Sure does. Okay, so I'm down to 757 Meseta. Fantastic. You need anything else? No. We'll start selling our discarded clothing later. Okay. So we shall equipeth. Alice, let's see what we have. She has a carbon suit. We're gonna switch that out. Okay. Let's see. Does have a big difference for defensive power. Excellent. That's the only thing it does, however, but it's a big jump from 20 to 28. Fantastic. Now, Chaz, I think, already has one. Han, he already has a carbon suit. Okay, it's Chaz. He has a carbon suit. Ah, crap. You only needed to buy one. And Rune can't get one. Oh, well, we're going to start selling. So we're going to lose a little money here. Because I can't count, or I didn't bother checking. Both. We're gonna sell. What do I like to sell? My God. Got a bunch of antidotes and monomates. So, okay. We got a carbon suit we don't need all of a sudden, but we do have a leather cloth that we don't need as well. So we'll sell that. 80 whole Meseta. Fine. Okay, thank you very much. Something else? Yeah, bring me right back to the beginning of the menus. And that one carbon suit that we just don't need. And you know what? We might hold on to that carbon suit. Because we do have a 5th member coming soon. So, let's... They all have leather helmets. I know that. She has a leather crown. She's already wearing a carbon suit. Chaz. Leather helmet. Han, leather band, wimp, and Rune as a circlet. Okay. Welcome. This is a we know. Okay, buy. And buy a carbon helmet that only Chaz can seem to wear. So we'll get that. Is this what you want? Sure does. Okay. Down to 637. Anything else? Yeah. I'm going to get a carbon crown. Okay, made for Alice, obviously. Because it only points to her. Anything else? No, I think we're going to be good here. Besides, we're down all the way down to 487. Okay. Okay, time to take off our clothes right in front of this person. And we're going to equip. Alice, she has a carbon crown. She's going to put that up there. Let's see what that does. Takes it up to 30 now. Okay, that sounds good. Chaz, you can wear a carbon helmet. Alright. Han, well, he wears a leather band. So, I believe he can wear a circlet, but we're going to stick to what we have right now. And let's go ahead and sell the 2 leather items that we just disrobed with. And we're going to sell. And get past all that, and we got a leather helmet and a leather crown we don't need anymore. 40 whole Meseta. Fantastic. And what about the leather crown? 45. Okay. Sounds good. Brings us back up to 572 Meseta. But is it magical, and do they have a spear? The spear and magic helmet? I'm afraid that's probably not going to happen. Have to ask Elmer that. I think we have enough monomate and antidotes, because that's all you can really buy here. It's a tool store, so you can buy... Oh, no, you can buy a telepipe. Ooh. Magic item that can use the Ryuka power, excuse me, for 130, and escape pipe that uses a Hina's power. Okay. Thank you very much. Please stop by again. Okay, so we've made our way to that cave. We're going to go ahead and save. I'm going to save at the second, because we're going to do a rotating save. Now, to make it all confusing, we have 3 6s. Oh, joy. Alright. Okay, it's fairly easy. Nice. Oh, goody. That 1 HP. Critical hit. Sand Newt it is. Yep. And this won't take care of it. The next one will, though. There we go. Oh, if they were all that easy. Got some good money out of that one. What do we got here? We've got a couple of Sand Newts here. And a surprise attack. Means we're going to get 2 rounds out of this. First one's uninterrupted. Okay. And we'll get an interruption after the second hit. If it survives, that's not. Chaz level increase. Now in this game here, your level will increase. You will have strength is 2 up, mental is 1 up, agility is 1 up, dexterity is 2 up. Great. Those are statistics that will go up immediately. But here where it doesn't. The max HP is now 9 more than previous, and the max TP is 4 up more than previous. But they're now still at the same level as they were before. Unlike other role-playing games, where it automatically increases your life, you get like a restore. Doesn't work here. A little different. It's just what makes the game the game. Okay, back into the cave. Okay, now this is a little tougher. I'm not too keen on those blobs. No, these fellas. Oh! All Sand Newts. Okay. This should be okay. Well, same level of Sand Newt as they were outside. Nice 16 all around. Good miss. Alice is now all of a sudden now the punch magnet. And everyone's getting really good defense out of this. Fantastic. We're going to see some of them disappear in this particular round. Yeah, always make a note if a level heals you. Yeah, in this game, leveling up will not heal you. You will have to you will either have to use a monomate or just stay at an N. And in this case, healing up everyone will just simply be cheaper to stay at an N. So, okay, this will be the final round, and there it goes. Let's see what kind of money we made. 160 Meseta, 95 experience. Somebody got the level up. Yep, Han did. Good for you, Han. Hope you're happy. What do you get now? You got 1 up on the strength, 2 up on mental, 1 up on agility, which means you might actually hit something, and dexterity is 2 up. And your HP is increased by 6, your TP is increased by 5, and you've now acquired Doran as the technique. You got technique points to use that. I haven't used technique yet. Okay. Ooh, treasure chest. Another antidote! Yay! It's like one of what? 9 million that I have now? found a treasure chest. Ooh, carrion crawler. Okay. They're green. Of course, you know what that means. Nothing. Now they're probably harder. So let's see what we got here. We're just going to do a plain whack attack. 19. Okay. Thank you for the fail. Well, they're harder. I couldn't really guess how. Worth pretty good money and pretty good experience just for the pair of those. I'll take it. Up. Blobbo, not too fond with these. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit command. And let's see. This is Alice. We're just going to whack. Chaz, yeah, we're just going to whack. First one, sure. Han, find something useful. Here we're going to use technique. What are we going to use? We're going to use... Let's see what Foy does. Assuming that Foy... Oh, ooh, 94. Well, there you go. Missed on that one. The agility went up, of course. 10. Okay, well, as usual, Chaz gets beat up there. Well, made that rather simple. I forgot that it remembers your last command, so it's been literally forever since I played this. Last time I played this was when I actually beat it. Back in 1994. So I haven't played this game in so long. Okay. We're going to do the typical attack. Except for... Yeah, okay. So Rune now is back to... whack. Okay. Now, they've only attacked us once with Thread. Their agility is down. Okay? That not only lasts during the battle, it's not permanent. So... yeah, so in other words, she kind of got shoved into the back of the line there. Getting lots of money out of this. Not unhappy. Probably missed something in the treasure chest. What do we got now? Sand newts. Suddenly nervous as I replay most of my favorite nearly every 2 to 3 years. I would love to do that again. I used to do that back when before I had a family. And I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. But then I'm not the young man I used to be. Back when I was in my 20s, yeah, I would actually break open a game. Chrono Trigger is one that I played every so often. But this is not one of those games. I played this exactly once, and, well, here I am now, nearly 30 years later playing this game again. And it just, I remember what a damn good game this is. I mean, right off the bat, this game just starts off like gangbusters with the story. Han, you suck. Okay. Want to get that out of the way. We should do it. Oh, yeah. Everyone's doing pretty good up there in their HP. We've got a fork in the road here. Back to blobs. Okay. We're going to use a little bit of technique, I think. So we're going to go and use... Alice is going to... What does she have in technique? She has Foy. Okay, we'll take that. Probably not as good as Runes. Chaz has Res. Well, that's not good. Han? We're just going to actually... Okay, that's not what I wanted. Rune, we're going to go and use Foy again. And whatever happens to land on. Okay, he goes first. 84, there's that. She uses Foy. 54, that's that. Okay, now we know what that does. Foy back on that. We're going to go back and attack. We're going to go back and attack. And chances are it won't matter. So Rune has a much more stronger attack than Alice, but Alice can hold her own on that. So that's actually a very good thing. Alright. Because we're going to need it. Oh, right at the exit. Ah, we can just whack these things. Gabby's fine. Oh, that's a big hit. Okay, so. She's going to whack again. He's going to restore. And he's going to restore Han, assuming he makes it there. The rest of everyone else is attack. Have a good stream. I need the res. Absolutely, Hades. Thanks for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. And Gabby thanks you too, by the way. Perfect. Yeah, see, Gabby says bye. Yes. Bye. Thank you. Get some rest there, Hades. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Oh, it's a long game. I know. I'm actually numerating the streams now, so this is day 2, and I only do 2-hour streams, so I'm gonna have plenty of streaming, plenty of days with this. Alrighty, victory. What do I get here? I got 64 experience and 144 Meseta. Get into the door. 40, 50 hours. Yeah, something like that. You gotta remember, this game was originally supposed to be on Sega CD, but Sega CD. Thanks, 80s. Gotta remember, Sega CD didn't do too well in sales, and so they abandoned that and went to cartridge. That's one of the reasons why the cartridge cost so darn much, because of look at what all it contained. Really packed cartridge. So, rivaled that of Super Nintendo stuff, I tell you. All right, we're out. Aha! Tono! It sounds rather whimsical. Okay. This is Tono. Hey, how did you get in here? Well, we walked. Yeah, I've heard about what's going on in Molcom. That darn Zeo. Alright, well, let's rest up first before we start yammering with all these people here. Welcome, this is the inn. 60. Same 60 back there. I'll take it. And we have gained a great deal of Meseta through battle. So I'm quite pleased. Oh, look at that. That looks rather wholesome. Have any good books here? Here's some generic soda. Great value soda. New race of people, I sense party member. Could be. Generic soda. Yes. It's not nice to open cabinets in other people's houses without their permission. You are such a good boy. So damn annoying. Alright, so. My husband likes to sit lost in thought. He's probably somewhere thinking about something right now. Okay. Guess that's a chair. Yeah, okay. Yeah, shut up. We're not talking to you anymore. Books. Engineering. Fantastic. Generic soda. Yep. I'm so glad Chaz is there to tell us what's up. Makes this game so much friendlier to play. What do we got here? Parmenians like to go to war. I refuse to get embroiled in battles started by people. Like that. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, we already talked to you. Okay, great. Shut up. Shut up. Ah! Don't want to talk to you. Okay. If I may say so myself, I'm pretty good at making machines, but I'm no good at cooking. I like to bake a cake. That is just so effing random. It's a cabinet. Yes. Thank you, Chaz. More generic soda. What? Is it, I guess. Nah, can't say it. Generic soda. Yeah. As opposed to a name brand soda, you know. Stop wasting time. There's stuff here. Well, it's a tree, actually, to be fair. Okay. No, I'm not wasting time. Alice, jeez. There's no way in here. Our pride and joy is the refined art of titanium. I bet you've never seen a weapon of titanium in any of your towns, have you? Oh, yeah? Can't really complain. This is when RPGs got personality, if not a bit random. That is true. Oh, that is so true. Okay, we'll talk to the lackeys here first. You know, I lived in Malcolm, but Zio attacked Malcolm. My brother fought valiantly. He wasn't just a match for Zio. Aw. My mom and dad both died. Wow. My brother and I barely escaped with our lives. Arg. What? Arg. Yep. Okay, that's what he said. Fantastic. I am the information monger, Grandfather Doran. What exactly do you want to ask? Is it about the secret of refining titanium? Sure. I see. It is referred to as a secret. And it really is a secret. He even has his own music. He has his own theme just for this segment. And it tells you that's the secret. You know what? I'm going to go back to here. Yeah. Shut up. Great, good. Exactly you wanted to ask. Is it about titanium? We hit no. You want to know why the path to this village is blocked by a rock? Sure. In preparation of a possible assault by Zio, we've closed ourselves off. I'm going to suspect it could be a third question here. What exactly do you want to ask? Is it about the secret of refining titanium? Nah. You want to know about the path this village is blocked by a rock? Nah. Then do you want the measurements of that famous and beautiful hunter, Alice Brangwyn? Also known as the 8-stroke warrior? Sure. Now you're talking. Starting from the top, 30... Oh my god, really? Yes. Oh, I love it. Oh man, what are you doing? How dare you strike me without warning? Yikes, Alice Brangwyn. You blabbing old fart. Do you tell every single fool who comes here my measurements? No, help me! Rune? It's you, Rune, please help me! You don't change, do you, old man? Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. She actually assaulted him. Please excuse him, will you, Alice? The old man doesn't have any bad intentions. That's why I put up with it. Grandfather Doran, I came to retrieve the item I entrusted in your care. Also, these people are looking for Alshaline. Ah, if what you want is Alshaline, feel free to take whatever you need. It's in the back of the basement warehouse out back. Go help yourselves. Thank you, Alice. Let's go. Oh, wait. That place is unused right now, so it may be a teensy bit dangerous. Grizz, will you guide these people? And here we go. My pleasure. My name is Grizz. Nice to meet you. Well, I have some business with Grandfather Doran here, so I'll say so long here. Oh yeah, Pipsqueak. I've had enough of you. Don't get any silly thoughts, like taking on Zio into that little head. Huh? Guys, at this stage of the game, you're no match for him. Maybe our paths will cross again. Alice? Yeah. Take care. Me take on Zio? Thanks, Rune. Okay, so... we've gained... we lost one, but we gained one. Little to shoot. Huh? I love the music here. Let's see what kind of baddies are here, since we're now in a new section of town with an inn. Ah, it's just crawlers. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. Okay. Same 12. 21. That's the end of that one. Whoa. Gets done all by himself. Alrighty. So the same level of enemies here. So we got 40 and 48 and 60. Okay. out back. Let's see. So let's go back into town. Get out of the way! Jeez! Can we get back there from here, or do we have to go a different way? Oh sure, if you make the best, you're bound to have many failures too. Success is arrived at through numerous failures. That is true, I'm not going to argue that one. It's like the old saying, if you don't succeed, fail, fail again. I guess we're going this one. Okay, so this is... Oh, the controls here. This, I assume, is it. Oof, it's rusted shut. Oh, there's a little trick to opening this door. Just hold here, like so. And then 1, 2, 3, lift. Ooh. And of course your classic stairs. It opened. Sure did. Great, let's go in. Alright. Time to save. We're now at level 7. Basement. You'll have to forgive strange voices back there. Okay, that one went first. Oh my goodness. A little dangerous, he says. Toadstool and an Abe Frog. Alrighty. Let's, Whoa! Wow, Han's gone. That was quick. Well, Han is kind of useless. Alright, so. That didn't go well. So we're going to do that. We're going to use some magic here. See if we're going to restore Han. And then we're going to use the magic here. Yeah, what? That detail, yeah. Oh, I love this game. Like I said, Sega really outdid themselves with this one, I have to admit. Let's see, what kind of magic? You have Rose. Not 16. Wow, it's half your magic. Or half your technique, excuse me. Well, used it anyway, so. Nobody's passed out, so it doesn't work there. Well. Oh, that was dumb. No. Riz can take the attack. Alright. Okay, brought her back up to snuff. But now Chaz is gone. Alright, so we're just gonna beat the shit out of these two. Not a good battle. Alright. Gotta get out of here. Ouch. Now, I love the animation of, if you haven't seen this yet, the two in the middle, they're kind of, you know, dead. So they're not walking, they're not... That's awesome. Okay, one of these was the end, if I'm not mistaken. That's the end. Okay. Let's rest up here. Let's restore these two. 60 it is, yep. And have a relaxing stay. Alright. So the basement seems to not like us. And that's fine by me. Doesn't seem to like us. Fortunately, there's no store, no item store, no weapon store. So, we're just gonna have to continue on. And hopefully not have the snot be out of us. Which is what I think is going to happen regardless. Treasure chest down that way. Of course. Okay, this is not too bad. We can take care of these guys. But I will be doing some running if I see those other two. Good job. Nice clean miss. Nice. Wow. Wow. Okay. All of a sudden, no one seems to remember how to hit things. Alright, 64 and 144 Meseta. Okay, let's go back around the wall. Go to that treasure chest. Get interrupted. 100. Excellent. Oh, we're running. Yeah, I did not like that one. Probably going to get a little worse now that we're down 1 floor. Yeah, we can do this. Okay. Down 1. Took a little bit of damage. We should do it. Oh, nope. You got hit first. Alright. Not bad. Thought I saw something moving up there. Oops. Oh, we're getting the hell out of here. And this is one of the few games where I will actually bother to retreat. And not too many games I will do that with. Like, for example, I don't want to fight Ape Frog. I don't like him. Stop wasting time. There's a rat there. Not wasting time. I guess it is. I guess it is wasting time. Ah. Yeah, we'll do this one. Like I said, I don't mind retreating this game because you will get the snot beat out of you. Okay. Agility is down. Well, yeah. Ooh. Why didn't they do that the first time? Get him some serious money out of this stuff. 500. Sweet deal. There's another chest around there. Let's go to it. And we're gonna run. Not too big on the frogs. Not on the frogs, not on that other green thing. Another 300. So this is quite rich. And full of things. So we're gonna run. Yeah, so I'm chicken. But I live another day. I think the frog is more dangerous than the other one, yeah. So we'll do that. I do miss having rune. Okay, now let's see what we got here. Put chest up there. We're gonna fight this one. Okay, that should take care of him there. And back to him. Okay. And that was pretty good. Let's go up here. Plenty of treasure chests in here. A titanium crown has been procured. Now we're talking. Okay, so let's go ahead and equip. That's going to go to Alice, of course. And let's see what that does. Brings her up to 34. She can definitely use that, especially with this bunch. Alright. Sweet deal. Speaking of which, let's get out of here. Let's go to Grizz. What the hell does he have? He has just about anything I would ever need. So no need for a carbon suit because he has a titanium mail. Yeah. So he don't need my crap. Well, we'll just let's go without that. Okay, now we're going to play a little bit of fun here. I'm going to attack. What's that? He has the restore. Who's he going to restore? Unfortunately, he might have to restore himself. Let's see. He's going to attack. And what's he got? He's got throws. Like I said, I'm not going to use half his magic for this type of relic. Okay. Good. Okay. Hey, he's back up to normal. And just like that. Okay, now Han needs some help. Okay, he's on. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. This time he's going to restore Han. Okay. Oh, Grizz, please be the punch magnet here. Okay, all of a sudden, nope, we're going to back out. He's going to attack. Good battle. I like the end. We're going to run. I love the animated little rats down there. Cute. And another antidote. Excellent. Just what we don't need. Oh, hell no. This is quite an interesting labyrinth down here. That's where we came from. Nope. 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 Nobody. Nope. Nope. I think we got everything down here. I think. That's open, yep. Yep, okay, so down we go. Assuming we can actually make it without interruption, which I would not bet on. And this one's fairly straightforward so far. And we have a door. This door is sealed tightly shut. Okay, Grizz, get to work. Fine. Oh. Oh, did not get a chance. We got ambushed. That does happen. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I'm doing a lot of retreating. I get that. There is the Ashline. That's been now procured. So this is Ashline. Okay, let's hurry up and return to Zima and help those people out. Do you think I can go along? My own town was destroyed by Zio. I couldn't save my father or my mother. One way or another, I need to get my revenge. Hey, Grizz. We're not necessarily making this journey for the purpose of defeating Zio. But didn't that tall guy who was with you say something like that? Oh, yeah, that's because he's arbitrarily saying stuff. Either way, I can't stay in this town forever. I'm coming along even if you refuse to take me. Grizz! Come on, Chaz, there's nothing wrong with that. Grizz could be quite helpful. And that could be quite a help in that, after all. No one knows what's going to happen from here on going out. Great! Once again, good to be working with you. Yeah, whatever. Let's get going. Open this last chest. And escape pipe is procured. Okay. Look how old and rusted this is. It won't budge. Let's save. It cannot be saved here. Why not? Ah. Surprise attack. Oh. Let's still run. And I'm still running, okay? You will take no for an answer. Yeah, we can do this. Why not? But we will do restore on Han. Actually, no, excuse me. On Chaz himself, because he goes up to 62. And then beat him up, and then beat him up. Okay, nice starting attack. Puts himself back up to 62. Good. Bad. Ugh. I'm going to do the same thing practically. This time he's going to restore Han. Just so we can keep useless Han useless. And brings it back up to 51. Alright. Yeah! Before the evil slug gets him, yes. Can't remember how to get out of here. Not through there. Ah. The thread will slow him down. Not much else. Slow her down, maybe. Nope, missed that one. 42. Okay, let's continue on. Yeah. No, 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 no. No. No, no, no. No. I said no. Nope. I don't like the toadstools. I don't like the froggies. I can barely tolerate the slugs. Okay. Little dangerous. Okay, now shall we save? Yes. Back up the top. Sweet. Let's stay at the end, shall we? I think we made a few bucks here. Could have made more if I hadn't chickened out on a bunch of battles. But I just kind of not liking that dying thing. Wow, 3,555. Yeah, I think we can afford this one. Okay. Alrighty. Look at this. We're at 58 minutes into the stream. We've already made it to here. We've gotten what we needed. There's nowhere else to go, is there? Just walk around and get in the battle. That's a surprise attack. Let's see how this one works out. The nukes are a bit high on the HP, but not for now. There we go. That should be it. There we go. Victory! And Alice's level has increased. She's now up 1 on everything but agility, where she's up 2. She goes up another 6 on both HP and technique. Okay. Continue. Back here at the Valley Maze. Oh, surprise attack. Yeah, that doesn't seem to do much. Well, it will affect the order of which the characters are in. Ooh. Han got beat up there. Alright, so, once again, she's going to attack. He's going to restore. Naturally, he's going to restore Han, because Han sucks. And Han will be useless at attacking. Get back up to 51. Ooh. Nope. Alrighty. Pretty good points there. And we're gonna surprise attack? Yeah, why not? Everyone gets a whack here. And that should do it there. Miss on that one. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Okay. I think we found just about everything here. There was a fork in the road that we didn't take. This route. We just haven't picked the correct route first. So let's see what the non-chosen route would be. That should do it. No! Missed. How the hell can you miss something like that? Chaz went up. 1 up on everything, 5 up on the HP, 2 on technique, and he now has Highness has been mastered. Grizz went up. 2 up on the strength, 1 on mental, agility, and dexterity, 1 each. 10 on the HP, wow. And 2 on TP. Okay. Chest. 300. Okay. We can do this. Yeah, we can do this. We're going to take a break in just a moment. Oh yeah. Those 1 HPs. I'll take it. That's the sacrifice I'm willing to take. There you go. Okay, so what we're going to do, see my capture card's going a little fritzy again. We're going to hit pause, literally. And I'm going to take a break. We shall return in about 2 minutes. Stand by. Alrighty, that is the eternal pause in Pac-Man, by the way. That's sped up to about roughly 10,000 times. That's literally a few hours there in just a few minutes. That's why the ghosts appear the way they do. And speaking of retro games, since I'm a retro gamer, I also belong to a Facebook group called Retro Games Fan. We talk about everything that occurred back in the day, back from the early 1970s when everything kind of got started. all the way up to 1999 and anything in between. Whether you had a Sega Genesis, an Atari 2600, a Nintendo Entertainment System, a Sega Master System, a ColecoVision, a Dreamcast, PlayStation, Neo Geo, TurboGrafx, 3DO, CDI, any of those. Well, it's all discussed there. The Retro Games Fan, you have to join up. You follow the rules there. They do have some interesting rules. Nothing 21st century, so in other words, PlayStation and upward is not discussed, but anything before that, in other words, from the, well, hell, from the Odyssey all the way up through the Dreamcast, yeah, everything's safe in there. Except the Virtual Boy. No Virtual Boy. No, they allow Virtual Boy too. If you were silly enough to actually have one, which I don't. Retro Games Fan, check it out on Facebook. Alrighty, so where were we? We're getting back to the console. I kind of had to mess around with the card, make sure it stopped doing what it's doing. So we're back, and we saved, I think. Did we not save? Cave cannot be saved. That's right, because, you know, thanks. Alright, so we're in a cave. We're in a maze. We're back here. Getting attacked by sand newts. Okay. Oh! A whole whopping 1 for a critical attack. My goodness. Wow. Grizz is good. I did miss Rune. We will get Rune again if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Han's gone up 1 on strength, 2 on mental, 1 on everything else, 1 up 4 on HP, 9 on TP, and when we get to an end, we shall save all that. But we gotta get there first, not by battle. We're gonna have to take care of these sand newts. Like I was saying in the first stream here of this particular game, this is one of the most balanced RPGs of them all, in my opinion. It's not an action RPG, it's your typical, you know, menu-driven, turn-based doohickey. But the story is good, the presentation is phenomenal. Detail is fantastic. And this thing really pushed the limits of Sega Genesis as far as the color palette, the detail in the graphics, and of course, the music. The Sega Genesis did not have the same abilities that of the Super Nintendo as far as the color and the sound were concerned. But it didn't seem to care in this game. Did we ever go this way? We can pretty much be anything here now, so take the thread, deal it down. Okay. 11 on that one. We'll watch Alice now. She's down at 30. 29 rather. Okay. Making some serious money on this, though. Did we go up this one? I'm not sure. Good hit on all 3. Wow, big time. Okay. Chaz, you still suck. It should be Han. Well, you both suck. Han sucks. Now, he has like the weakest attack on all of them. But the dialogue is good, the story is fantastic. Again, it's a really well done game. Nope, this is just an empty room. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Restore. Alice. And everyone else attacks. Off we go. Okay. And make sure that he attacks again. Everyone else attacks, and off we go. Lose some newts here. That one's gone. I believe this one. Nope, of course not, because he missed. Thanks, Han. And you're the best I got from that town, huh? Julie's down. He's just going to put last in line. Oh, big time. That's good. Yep. Getting some serious money out of this thing. Hoping to buy some titanium junk. No. There you go. Can't believe we did go up there first. That's like one of the first things we did, go up there. Yep. Blobby times. Okay, get rid of the old blobbies. As you do. Alright. It's just 2 blobs. It's actually worth quite a bit. Because I'll tell you, the worst role-playing game I've played in my, all my gaming here. And I've played quite a few role-playing games. Sadly, is Beyond the Beyond PlayStation. It got to the point where it was just simply unplayable. Every few steps, you would get hit in the battle. You couldn't unequip stuff because it was cursed. You had to go to town. You couldn't make it to town. Why? Because you're getting in the battle every 3 steps. And amongst some other gameplay issues, I just couldn't stay with it. My brother wound up playing it. He actually liked it. So that is an opinion, But when you get to the point where it's frustrating and you just simply don't want to play anymore, you kind of lost. Now this game never got there. I've played a few games. One of the games I played long before all this, when I started streaming here on Twitch, was Crystallis. You can find that on my YouTube page. Crystallis, I couldn't beat the last boss, and I actually gave up on it because nothing I was doing was working. And I remember how to do it too, but for whatever reason, it just simply wasn't working. So we went to Secret of Mana. That was fun. Secret of Mana was an absolute blast. I was talking with Soothing Chaos, and he tells me, outside of chat in the whisper, that he and his nephew have been playing this game because of the 2-player. Yeah, it's a great game. I've been one of my faves. The first game I ever bought a soundtrack for was Secret of Mana. Heading down here. Up there I am. Damn you crawlers! I'll show you. Yeah. Okay. That's a big one. 2 down. 2 to go. They're not doing any damage. Yeah. Any major damage here. Okay, we're going to use that 60 Meseta and go down here into town and spend the night. Back in lovely Krupp. Almost 5,500. That's nice. Okay. Sure will. Will do. Okay, so let's talk to some people here. What we got here? Don't think the tool shop has changed much of anything, but we do have those escape pipes and telepipes. We're going to actually get a couple of those. So now we have some money. Right. We can get 2 of those and get 1 more escape pipe because we already have an escape pipe. We found that in a treasure chest. And we still have over 5,000 Meseta, so we're good. For now. Let's head in here. Thank you again for taking care of Han. Yeah. Yeah, he's quite the benefit here. Oh, a mirror. No. All right. What a gigantic mirror. Hey, look, a picture of Han. Okay, that kind of was worth it. I will give it that. It's a kitchen. Everything is put away neatly. This must be a floodgate. Ah, see? I didn't actually hit click, so thank God he's around to tell me everything. That lake there was created. Yeah, okay. We heard it. Okay, great. Great, okay. Wow, you can't even appreciate the swan swimming back and forth? Jeez. Uh-huh. The other day, there was a tremendous amount of smoke coming from the west. I wonder if there was a big fire somewhere. So I think we got everything we need here. Yep. Circlet. Forehead patch made of carbon-based fiber. Don't think we have that. I will double check. Okay, so. What does Han have again? He has a leather band and a leather shield. Okay, so. Yeah, so he will need that. Okay. A circlet. And he needs a carbon shield because he carries a leather shield. But of course. Okay, so let's grab one of these. Yep. And we're going to grab a carbon shield. Yep. Okay. Nope, we're good. Surprisingly, Alice does not need much of anything in defense. She has such a high defense as it is. So that's good. Okay, let's see what we got here. Equip. Back to lousy old Han. And he's going to get the circlet. Puts it up quite a bit there. Unlike the leather band. Not a whole lot, though. And the carbon shield, that takes it up a notch as well. So his defense will go up. Alright. Han, it's good to see you home. Okay, I can't do that. If your paw goes on like that, he's really proud of you. Okay, that's right. That's right, okay. And, Paul, you kind of have bad attitudes. I remember that now. Oh, wow, okay. It'll be that way, huh? He's a little yapster that you heard at the beginning of the stream here. He likes to talk whenever I go online. Again, program. So, it's almost like clockwork with him. Okay. Ah, there's the town. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Wow, one whole point. Okay. I'll take that. So the new outfits are working just dandy. I have no complaint with that. Right. Most importantly, we're actually getting some good experience and Mulcom. Okay. That one well is still here. Did you just let me... Nah. It's a well. Oh, is that all? Okay, jeez. I was actually going to get something out of that. What was I thinking? Okay, well, let's see. Stop wasting time. So, I think this is where, Grizz is from. See, everything looks fine and dandy up here at front. And then you go back there and everything's kind of, you know, laid to waste. This is terrible. Sure is. Okay, so thought maybe we'd get something out of that. We didn't. Moving on. Okay. We can do it. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Like that. 35 experience, 55 Meseta. Yeah. Surprise attack. Everybody wins. Except for the crawlers. They don't win. First round. Absolutely. Okay, we're back here in Zima, and now we port. All the stone people are back normal. Yay! Fantastic. The reward, happiness on their faces. Oh, and even the old man. Oh, why aren't you, Han? By golly, this is some place. There are just tons of relics from earlier civilization all over the place. You've come at the right time. You too. Professor Holt, this is no time for that kind of thing. Do you know what you were turned into stone by Zio? Oh, really? Well, here I am now, as good as new, so not to worry. Alright, let's reopen the investigation immediately. Han. Yes, sir? Go back to the academy. Give them a report on the state of affairs here. Yes, sir. Good. We're off further into Birth Valley. What a strange old man. Oh well, at least we've settled one problem. I'm so sorry, he didn't even say a word of thanks. Well, he's just that kind of guy. Oh, don't worry about that, Han. Well, I'm kind of tired after getting this job done. Let's take it easy today, eh, Chaz? Okay. Yay! I'm going to return to the academy. I've got a report about what's been happening until now. Okay, what about Grizz? You talking about me? I'm going off to conquer Zio, even if that means me alone. Let's not be so rash. I don't care whether it's rash or not. I've already made up my mind. Oh. We've come to a good break point with that one job done. Normally at this junction we would go back to the town of Ado where the guild is located. Ah. What was that? Someone's screaming. Oh, that's what that was, screaming. Yeah, I don't scream, sorry. Well, hello. How are we going to get in with that creature blocking? Well, we have to destroy it. Now? Okay. We will pass on that. I forgot about that. 19. 25. 17. Fission. Oh, that shit. Yeah, let's go after the single brain there. Okay, back to him. As long as we can defeat that one brain there with that one hit, everything should be dandy. That's all he's really doing. There you go! He's not even worth that much money. What a loser! The Grizz level increased. Strength is up 2, mental is up 1. Max HP is up 8. Wow, good. Dexterity is 2 up. Max TP is 2 up. Sweet deal. How's it now, Alice? Well, it's a little better now. It's a curse. It's because we've violated the sacred area that something like this is happening. A curse? I wonder what's further inside. What's going on? The professor is still in there. Ah. Alice? I'll keep it to one... I'll keep it to 1,000 Masetta. She is just taking him for... I love the tear. I love the sweat drop at the back of his head. I love it. My wedding fund. Yeah, but you're getting it all back, kid. You're getting it all back. Okay, all these people. Oh, so you're the guys who saved us. Thank you. Hey, finally, somebody thanks us around here. Jeez. The bridge north of the village is broken. I bet that's also Zio's doing. Right now, we're fixing it as fast as we can. You should be able to cross it shortly. Delays. Is there a place where I can actually sleep? There is. How much will you cost us this time? 80? Fine. It's not like I don't have money. What makes you so much better than the other places? Alright, so. We shall saveth here. Alright. Is there a store to buy stuff? There is. Let's see what we can buy. Welcome, this is the armor store. Okay. Well... Protective garb made of graphite fibers. Costs 1,200. Only Han can wear it. So I imagine it might actually help him a bit. Okay. Well, that is my dog Dusty. He's actually signaling. He may have to go out. So having said that, we're going to stop right here for just one moment. It'll take a couple of seconds. And once again, we'll hit pause. Back in a sec, okay? Just give you an idea what things are like around here. It is 11:29 p.m. Eastern, and it's still 82 degrees outside. Good God. That's hot. That is hot. Wow, I actually went through the whole video. Okay, cool. Alright, so. Hey, Macy. You'll get your chance. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Alright, Mace. Go lay down. That's Macy. Macy's my German Shepherd. Dusty is my Rhodesian Ridgeback Black Cur mix. Blackmouth Cur mix, excuse me. And they're absolutely delightful. I love them both. Go lay down, guys. You too, Dust. And then there's Gabby. Gabby's a Shih Tzu. He likes to make lots of yappy noises. Resume game. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab the graphite suit. Sure, why not? All right. So thank you very much. Anything else? No, I think you've done enough to my wallet. All right. So let's see. Let's disrobe in front of the people here. It was Han, was it? Well, that is quite a bit of defensive power going upwards, going 6 whole points. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. And we have a bunch of stuff to sell, it looks like. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Because we overbought a carbon suit. We're going to keep it for our 5th character, but he doesn't need it because he's already wearing titanium crap. So, let's go ahead and get out of here. Talk to this fine person here. It's the armor store. We're going to sell. What do you like to sell? No. Hey, Nerdad. Yes. You're live too with Game Rules, so it does, Nerdad. It does. Nerdad TPC, a fantastic streamer. Loves his fair share of RPGs as well. And this I've been waiting for, because I beat Soul Blazer just a couple of streams ago. And I've entered the lovely, lovely universe of Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star IV is a fine, fine example of that. Thanks for lurking. Appreciate it, Nerdad. If you haven't had a chance to check him out, please do so. Give him a follow. He would greatly appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and sell our carbon suit. And we're going to get 275. Wow. What a ripoff. Yes, okay, fine. Something else? No. Okay, what? Oh, got all that too. Okay. Carbon crown, we don't... Oh, hold on. The leather crap we definitely can sell for a whole 35 Meseta. Yeah, okay. And the leather shield we don't need. 70 Meseta. Wow, we made 105 Meseta out of our ill gains here. Okay, and carbon suit. $275, huh? I think it costs a hell of a lot more than that. Alright, so, do I need anything else? No. So, why do I have an extra one of those? Alice. Oh, that's right, she's wearing a titanium crown. That's right, we found that in a treasure chest. So, hell, let's sell one more time. No, not buy. Sell. Sell, 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 sell. Okay. $75, huh? Now we're done. We're done. We're done ripping us off. Thank you very much. As for you, my dear, what do we got here? This is the weapons store. A hunt knife. Okay. A steel sword for Chaz. Like he's going to be able to use it. A slasher for Alice, which she already has. And a broadaxe for Grizz. I think he already has one. So let's see what everyone does indeed have one more time. Start beginning with Grizz. Grizz has a titanium axe. Yeah, we don't need one. Titanium mail, two-handed axe. It is, and it's helmet. Okay. And it sounds like my dog's going to start playing behind me, of course, because why not? Knife. Okay, so we'll hold off on this for right now. We're doing pretty good until we start needing bigger and badder and badassier things, which I suspect we're going to as we go into here. Now remember, everyone's been restored from stone. Stop wasting my time. You know what? Because the bridge is broken, my husband has not come back from peddling his wares in Edo. I bet he's in a dilemma trying to get home. Aw. He's fine. That city Edo is beyond Nalya. It's a real big city, isn't it? I'd like to go there someday. It's kind of like this world's Orlando. Ooh. It's a large mirror. It's polished nice and shiny. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here to tell us this kind of crap. Okay. You old man, what do you want? The sacred area of life. Why is it called that, and why is it worshipped in that way? I'm such a feeble-minded old man, I don't understand. No comment. Okay. And what are you doing up here? It's because that investigation team came upsetting things in Birth Valley that we're having problems. We want the people from Otavia Academy to go home. Well, you know what? Too effing bad. We're going to Birth Valley. We're probably going to get beat up, too. No, not so much. Okay, Chaz, here's your chance to shine. Okay. Or was it Han? Han, I think, was the one who couldn't hit anything two-headed to save his life. Well, that was easy. How did we miss this? Carbon shield. Well, that's something to sell. Okay. Easy pickings around here. This was one of the first things we did leading up to here. We got the two-headed things. A whole one. Okay, let's see if Han can actually hit something. Nope. Yep. I think he already did. See it? Yeah. Nerdad, I forgot to ask you, what are you playing? Because I don't have my browser up to where I can see where everyone is. My computer is not the strongest. But it does its job for the retro crap. My stuff. I have to admit, I do love playing the games that I used to play back when I was a bit younger. Just think, when this game came out, I was a whopping 21 years of age. My goodness. How the time flies. So you all can do the math there. Excuse me. Did I miss anything else? Yeah. Well, I missed everything, didn't I? Surprise attack! Yay! Wow. So I'm not going to get a whole lot of, yes, again? Okay, a carbon suit now. Again, something to sell. Surprise attack! Oh, a flatter plant! Pesky little thing, isn't it? Wow. Back for more, eh? Okay. Back to while we do this, I will actually see what Sir Nerdad is playing. As I load up Twitch on my phone. And I'll tell you what he's playing, folks. So he can not watch me anymore, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I didn't think this through. Let's see. Final Fantasy 16. Is that right? XVI. Yep. Okay. Cool. Very cool. My daughter has been thinking about getting that, as a matter of fact. She's carried on my tradition of role-playing games, along with my son. They play the new stuff, I play the old stuff. It's that simple. Oh! Oh! Not good. Oh! Ah! I repeat. Ah! The monsters from the depths are... Oh, you're joining in? You want to join in? You want to read this here, Dust? Come here. Come here. Come over here. Come here. Okay, I'll start it. You finish it, okay? Ah! Well, now you don't. Now you don't want to do that. Okay. This one says, Professor Holt has gone into the depths, has not returned. Maybe it's too late. No. Thank you. Thank you. And scene. Okay, so. What a dramatic opening there. Bioplant. Ooh. Yikes, what's that? We're going to die. Stop cowering. Men are such cowards. It's nothing. That's true. What, you're all cowards? Ah. They're purple. Thank you for knocking everything over, guys. Okay. Very good. Okay, guys. You guys have wonderful timing, as usual. Let's see, what does this do? There's some writing here. Sterilization treatment completed. Please follow the line on the floor. Oh no! Okay, we gotta follow this line. Ooh. And the line ends here. Okay, folks, that's the end of the game. Bye! No, that's not the end of the game. Okay. Oh, we can go around here and wander off the path. And get beat up. Yeah! You know, I'm right about that. Oh, Alice, you gotta survive this round. Okay, that could have gone better. So Alice will attack. Let's see, Chaz is going to do some restoring of good old Alice here. And everyone else is going to attack as usual. Okay, good. Okay, Chaz is going to have to restore himself now. So, let's do a command here. Alice is going to attack. He's going to restore himself. And everyone else attacks. He probably won't be able to, yep. Alright, so, wow. And an antidote was found, and an antidote was got. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use an item. And we're going to use a monomate. I'm going to use that on Chaz, because he really needs some help right now. Okay. Didn't fully restore him, but pretty damn close. Dead end! Fantastic. Ooh, arm drone. We'll do one round, see what this does. Can't wait. Okay, we're running. That could have gone better. Okay, we're going to use it on Chaz, because Chaz is really down. He got popped pretty good there. Okay. Fantastic. And a cure paralysis is procured. It's a case, in other words, when one of your characters has expired for that particular battle round, this will restore them, as opposed to going to an end. All right. This should be okay. Okay, that should do it right there. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do tech. We're going to have Chaz going to do some restoring, and let's see. He's going to restore to whom? He's going to restore Alice first. Alice could use it badly. Okay, that's not too terrible. And the Han. All right. Back to following the yellow brick road. Okay, we have two entrances here. And let's go to the right first. And we have this. And we have a sensor bit. Well, we're going to run. Yeah, okay. Crap. Okay, that could have gone better. Okay, we're going to attack. He's going to restore Alice. He's going to attack that, and he's going to attack that. Okay. Got rid of one of them. Good miss there, Han. Useless. Okay, she's going to attack. He's going to restore himself. Hopefully he'll be able to do so. And that and that. Okay. Yep. Nice job. And should cover that. Yep. Okay, Chaz increased and everything's going up there. And no, Ryuka has been mastered. Fantastic. So what we're going to do here, we're actually going to use some of our items now. Fortunately, these are cheap. So we're going to get everyone on board, I think. And we're going to use another one. Okay, good. Still have a few monomates left, so that's good. Okay. Can we save in here? Game cannot be saved here. You suck. Damn it. Oh, I hope we can run. We ran. We ran so far away. Okay, there's yellow line. Oh, the choices we have. It's like a flow chart. Can we run? Yes. Another antidote. Oh, she has the right path. Alrighty. Alright, we have a left or a right. We went to the right last time. Let's go to the left this time. Okay. Aha! Well, it didn't matter this time. You! Professor, thank goodness you're safe. Oh, it's you, Han. You came to rescue me. Good job. Well, it seems pretty safe here, but how on earth were you able to escape on your own? Well, you see, this person here came to my rescue. Oh, boy. Who? Welcome, everybody. I'm glad to have you here. What? Who are you? My name is Rika. Pleased to meet you. Rika. Those ears, what on earth are those? Are you? And what is this place? Dusty, come here. This is the bioplant. It's a research facility for bioengineering created by a 1,000-year-old civilization. This is from an ancient advanced civilization? It's still in operation? It's still operational? Oh, yes. What's more, this isn't only one. Dusty, come here. You were already out. What happened, dude? Is once just not enough for you? Is that what this is? Is that what this is? There are many such systems that have maintained their functionality, and it's thanks to these systems which control Motavia's climate, soil, and ecology systems that the human race was able to avoid total destruction after the Great Collapse. Really? Is that true? If that's the case, how come this recent environmental destruction is taking place? Even though the control system is still functioning, it can barely maintain the minimal conditions for your existence. Even now, the system is starting to run out of control. Chaz, do you understand? What? Then does that mean the recent increase in biomonsters is coming from here? Yes, unfortunately so. If you want to know more, talk to Seed. He's over there. Seed? And now we run in after them. So, where's this person called Seed? He's right in front of you. What's going on? I am Seed, the control computer for this bioplant. Wow, an artificial intelligence. I can't believe it. That's right, there's no exception. Check my status here. The system's beyond my control. It is continuously breeding harmful monsters. Just as I thought. If we leave each of these systems running out of control, along with the monster problem, we will have abnormal climate conditions and violent changes in the planet's surface. Motavia will be destroyed. That's good to know. What shall we do? Only one thing we can do is shut down the system. No. Yes, shut down the system. But stopping the system itself will cause problems. We won't be able to maintain the ecosystem. It's better than the system ruining everything. But these systems are spread all over the place. Don't worry, all we have to do is shut down the plant. Nervous, which supplies energy to each system. That will shut them all down. First, please rescue the control android Demi. She's the only one that can stop Nervous. Rescue? What do you mean, rescue? Right now, Demi is being held hostage by a man named Zio, of course. Zio again? Who on earth is this Zio? I myself don't know what Zio is all about. So all we have to do is rescue this Demi, right? Where is she being held hostage? She's with Zio. Yeah, you told us that. And name that castle Zio's fort. Is that by any chance beyond the quicksand of Mile? Oh, that sinister-looking castle north of Zima. It's a pretty long way to go, but having heard all this, we have no choice. It's been a long time since I felt so excited. And while we're at it, why don't we get rid of that disgusting character Zio? Hey, that's the spirit. So will you go? Please take Rika with you. Who is this girl anyway? She seems curiously knowledgeable about these matters. She is my child. Are you saying that she is an artificial life form? That's right. She is a product of 1,000 years of improvement on genetic information. A prototype prior to the Great Collapse. I've also given her a basic education. She will surely be a great help to you. Alright, Seed, we'll take her. Thank you. I've always wanted to be able to see the outside world. Rika, take care. Okay, let's get going to Zio's fort. I must first go back to the academy. We have to spread this information as much as possible. Yeah. And off they go. Off he goes. And, well, turn out some. Oh, there she goes. Okay. Yeah. There's only one way for me to stem the outbreak of monsters. Now that I have sent into the world fruit of a thousand years worth of research, there are no obstacles to its execution. Ooh. We're outdoors. Wow, I didn't know the sky was so blue. These flowers, they're so beautiful. How lovely. Shut up, Dusty. Being cooped up here all the time, underground, everything must be so novel. Oh, what was that? An explosion. Seed. Rika, you must carry on the will of Seed. You can't look back now. I know. And there we are. I think this is a good place to save. And this is a good place to end, I'm afraid. We've reached the end of our stream, practically. Oh, what a good game this is. And I gotta do this now that I've have to save the game data. Because I almost didn't do that last time. There we go. That extra bit here for the PlayStation 2. Until we meet again. Oh, yes. This is such a good game. I love this game. Oh, it's so good to play it again. Thank you, Nerd Dad, for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thank you, Hades, as well, for the raid. I greatly appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around as well, Raiders. And if you like what you saw, please give me a follow. I greatly would appreciate it. I'm a retro gamer, and I have a lot of old stuff that I've collected over the years, and I have an Instagram page full of all that kind of crap. Good night there, Ben. Thanks for stopping by as well. I also have a Twitter page that tells you when I'm streaming, if you happen to be following, or you can just see it there. YouTube page is out there with all my past crap here from Twitch that's no longer on Twitch. And I have my original YouTube page, which is a tribute to the Match Game show, starring Gene Rayburn and Richard Dawson, Charles Nelson Riley, Brett Summers, and all that. Started that back when YouTube was pretty much an infant, so you can check that out as well. Not the greatest picture quality, because that's all we had back then. I also have a Discord you can join in if you like. We talk about some old stuff here. Also, I want to mention, I didn't mention in the stream yet, my wife's in the hospital still. Her name is London Lass. You've heard me mention her numerous times, and she's getting much better. In fact, she's about to go into rehab center to get back to where she was before moving around and everything like that. So things are looking up. She is doing much better, and we all appreciate you all out there for giving you your good thoughts. Greatly appreciate that. She's ever so pleased to hear it. I am Super Pack. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you all next time for one more day at least of Phantasy Star IV Day 3. That'll be coming up on Thursday evening. In the meantime, catch you all later. Good night. Peace out, Nerd Dad. Thanks for stopping in. Excuse me. The dog is still here. Come here. Come here. Oh, so you go up there. Okay. Makes sense. Love my German Shepherd. Come here, Dusty. Come here. Yeah, say goodnight. Say goodnight to Joe. Make all kinds of noise before. What's stopping you now? Gotta love it. Love your doggos, wherever you are.